11 murders in less than 24 hours.
Grandson dead!
We are a missing pharmacy technician in Manchester who was last seen leaving work entering a motor vehicle, you know, a red...
Jamaica, good morning. JCF, change the punchline now. It is not escaping in nearby bushes no more. It's now running gun battle. So Jamaica, who am I to say the 14 persons that got unalive by JCF is criminal? Who am I to say that? Or who am I to say them innocent? You see? But come now, Jamaica. On a serious level, you think that the 14 of them decide to shoot up JCF members? Jamaica, come now, Jamaica. Be honest with yourself. You think the 14 of them are criminal? Me see the people that might be a ball. And I say, Andrew, and this me vote for. Jamaica? JCF went on another crime spree, Jamaica. In 24 hours, Jamaica. JCF take out 14 of the nation's citizens. 14. And JCF said, it's running gun battle. You see, Jamaica? No nearby bush, no there around again. So you can't escape in no nearby bushes. And Jamaica, remember me tell you no, every young man, every old man, from the age of 13, maybe 12, to 75, you are not safe. You are not safe. And JCF have a gun for all of you. Who don't have none, JCF have one for you. So I'm going to take the time out again and tell you young men, if you're involved in a crime, leave the crime. Leave the lot of scamming. Stop the raping and the molestation and the armed robbery. Because when JCF come, them now play with you. And if you don't know some friend them a criminal, stay far from them. If you know a criminal is in your surrounding, stay away. Because when JCF come and wet up the whole of Uno, the whole of Uno get labeled say, Uno a criminal. All when a one criminal there. The fact that he was in the present. If you know they are bar play that me know and no one criminal come there, leave. If you know they are rum bar a drink and no criminal is in the rum bar, leave. No make no family affair ask who no get to no self in. Cause that's all JCF gonna do. When them light up everybody, them say it was a running gun battle. Running gun battle in Jamaica with 5 gunmen, 6 gunmen, and one gun. Only one gun they retrieve from the 5 dead body. So it's a running gun battle. So when them go take turn and bust the gun. It's JCF, but Jamaica, me tell you no. Now wait till the crime and violence reach the doorstep to speak out, whether it's by JCF members or by criminal. Have no fear, Jamaica. That is what all in the society. Everybody have a fear. And afraid to speak out. And me tell you this, fear is a crime. And I don't commit crime. 1 card of mic, never 2. And I never tell a lie. Good morning.
11 Jamaicans killed by the police within a 24-hour period. And of course, their lives were so threatened, they had to resort to deadly force. Do you all believe that? No, seriously, gentlemen. Do you really believe that nonsense? 11 persons killed within a 24-hour period. We are having a murderous force that resort to deadly force without being seriously provoked. When a man has a gun and your life is not threatened, why should you kill? You should only kill when your life is seriously threatened. These guys are crazy, man. Andrew, rein in your terrorist. The quicker I do it, the better it is.
Body of missing Manchester woman found in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Jamaica Island. Me give it a new name now, we are call it Devil Island. You see? Yeah man. Devil Island where enough people left them yard and never to return and never to be found. Body never found. You see? And the one them were found end up, then find them decomposed. You see what me I say? You know how many people left their yard and not reach back in and not found all today? People that are going over 40 years now, it still happen. Never change. So instead of call it Jamaica Island, just call it Devil Island. You see what me I say? Yeah man, Devil Island carry a whole heap of darkness in it, you know. Whole heap of dark secret in a Devil Island, you know. Whole heap of sinkhole in a Devil Island, you know. Where then show people body, you know, where never discover yet, you know. But you see if the truth should have come out, and then if you use some people if you go down in some of them hole, you'd have see the amount of bone will come out of them the hole. Yeah man, trust me, all the sitting and going in a Devil Island you know. You see if you even a father like me and you have a son and you have nephew out the way you see a do road, be careful. You have to know, say anyhow you have them if people around you and police are come for them, you probably end up get caught up too. So you have to be careful and tell yourself, say, don't love nobody but yourself. Because at the end of the day, when police come for them, you gone in it too, you can't save yourself again. So what you can do, you can save yourself before. Sometimes you have to inform upon them bumbleclot. Yeah, and when you inform upon them, you make the police them know seriously, say, listen, you see today, me I go a shop. When you come that day when me there shop, when me reach down a shop, me a call on you. This is what me I say, and go up there, hope they end there now. Yeah, so when police go up, they go fire, blood, claw, wild bullet, you know, catch you. Just like how me just see a news where then say, father and son get killed in a one shootout up over one place in a mobile there, and people are boss, they need justice. Sometimes justice come, but sometimes no justice now go come because it's too late. You see what me I say? It's too late because in a Devil Island, sometimes mama a blood now protect son. Mama know say son a gunman and mama protect it. Cook eat same way. Daddy know same thing and do the same thing. Because them feel say through them all, police now come find son and when knockings and clapping start, they end up in it. It's too late. Devil Island are one place where people cuss police and actually shield criminal. So me I say, Jamaica, Devil Island is a place, if you is a done, you get more praise than even the police. So me I say, me not say, well then you have a whole heap of police out there with chica happy still, you know. Because gonna want sit and make people torment. Plus, when you get license gun, you will do whole heap of things for abuse your power and anyway. So, me can't defend the police them all the time still. But 95% of what go on in Jamaica are the unknown criminal them where I do it in a Devil Island. Just so I say people, look, this a lady are missing. Who knows? Anybody could have just take her and carry her, go use her, sodomize her and do all kind of sitting. Have them nyam have our nyam all then shit all kind of sitting, and when they do that, then find out say this a girl and no existent again. Come we kill her, boom, then kill her. Cause them bow her out already. And then sitting there, the man them do, and the man them take coke too. The man them take all kind of blood, drugs down there when them do, then sitting so they no care. Then and no mind where they can none of them in a crew now go say no man save her. No. From one say kill everybody gonna kill. You see what I say? So I then sitting there going in a beautiful island which part the name Jamaica were changed to Devil Island now. You see what I say? So people be careful. Be extreme careful. Me no quick fi come out come protest when me see police kill people neither. Because me say before the man them a live with them father and them mother and them have gonna hide in a house. The man them a go do things and the mother and the father wash bloody clothes for them. The man them a go do things and the mother and the father cook for them same way. So if police get a tip and say I saw it go, them police not trust them police no trust them and police no want dead, so police are knock it up hard. You think which police want dead? And police know say them are knocking some clappies. Police know say gunman will knock you back on him. When police come and police are beat it, police are beat to make sure say when time it smoke clear, them alive. So anything in a way, police are take out it. Ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't so, I wouldn't have told you.
See there, a breaking news again, you know. People them just stop a 4 man. Namibia, the people must like say a retirement next to dump district, you see me? 4 man, the man ain't stop after the man ain't stop about 6-7 yesterday, bro. Man ain't stop 5 a bag walk and about much 2 more man up at one part, I don't know which part, but I know it's 7 dead in a 1 day. Now man ain't gonna stop 4 man and Mobi itself, bro. Me say man ain't do them rational, no, bro. Man them can't make out them face and all type of something, you know, brother. And no police not get shot this time. I don't know what go on, you see me? But right now, man they recover 2 guns. But people, we don't want them to stay safe, bro. Cause police they not laugh for the road, bro. By the time the year if you done, nobody not left for Jamaica, you know, brother. Brother, I don't know if you lift up, bro, and lift up out of Jamaica if you don't know so no bad, bro. Jamaica break and come back, brother. Live some life, you see me?
My grandson dead. Oh God, me can't take it no more. They kill my grandson for no reason at all, and his father
Want justice! Justice to what?
A resident of retirement community in St. James up in arms about the deadly shooting incident in the area early Wednesday morning. Among the 4 persons killed by the police is a 57-year-old man and his son. Both are from the community. The other 2 deceased males are from addresses in Kingston and the neighboring Green Pond area in St. James. TVJ News understands they all worked on the landfill. The police were reportedly carrying out an operation when the shooting occurred. This elderly resident says her grandson is among the deceased.
my grandson said, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't kill him. They shouldn't kill him. This man in there come up on my yard, come knock down my door. I'm hoping me win and tell me bad what feel lock back door and go in. When me lock back door and go in, now it's just nobody come up me, you don't get so boy. When me young say, go tell me, say, this grandson dead. My grandson dead. Oh God, me can't take it no more. They kill my grandson for no reason at all, and his father one time. Oh God Almighty.
The police say 2 illegal firearms were recovered from the scene. But residents insist they did not belong to the deceased men because they were not criminals.
Where the man of Barbados, so they don't have no gun, they're innocent. And they still kill the man them. They take one of the man, TJ father, they take him, can go down the road and carry him up back.
Oh God.
And then they go say, a man run off, and when he run off, they shoot the man, kill him. He was in a shootout.
This latest incident brings the number of fatal shootings recorded across Jamaica within the last 24 hours to 11.
Wicked, not tell me. And this I'm really vote for Andrew for. And that mood I walk in.
It wasn't a shootout. That cry from residents of St. John's Retirement in Montego Bay, St. James, after 4 men were killed Wednesday morning in an alleged confrontation with police on a quarry. A father and son, Brian T.J. Fairclough and Brian T.J. Fairclough Jr. are among the deceased. Another man has been identified as Talis, while a name has not been ascertained for the 4th man. Fairclough Sr. is a tractor operator who works on the quarry where the shooting happened, and his son is a security guard at the same location. Details surrounding the incident are still unclear at this time, but our news team spoke to the older man's wife and stepdaughter, who accused the cops of killing the men without reason.
At 5 o'clock, me get a phone call, say police, they're on here. At the same time, me call me husband, 57-year-old. And when me call him, he turned to me and he said to me, say, the police them say they go shoot up the whole of them in there. And me say, all right, me they come. And when me run and come up here, say, police them run me like a dog and they tell me bad word and say, only thing up pass here, so a fire brigade. And so, and then turn me back and me I tell them, say, big man, I'm my husband. And me can't afford him to fatherless. You understand? 2 pitney me a female, me and him legally married a big man. And when me look, by me reach back down there, so, me a gunshot them and me ball out and hold me belly. And me turn up the devil a while and when me look, then carry them down in a van back with them and burn behind them. 57-year-old. Wicked, wicked, not tell me. And this I'm really vote for Andrew for. And that mode I want to know. If at this we have vote for in our country. All of this is police brutality. Them are wicked.
That break everything in America. You know why? My stepfather no wicked. My stepbrother no wicked. The man is a tractor operator in the same quarry where they go kill him around there. He live around there for much years. I'm 55 now. And me live with them from me at 2 years old. From me at 2. Come. From me at 2 years old. My stepfather did take care of me. And for see boys them come kill him, feel away. What's like come me there school, me there train for be soldier, me then a JCCF, much things me there school they try to just to come be part of the land. No, me just I give up all of that. I give up all of that, the dream there.
Have you heard what's going on in Jamaica? Maybe not. I sure hadn't because it hasn't been on our news anywhere here in the States, but strange sequence of events. So starting June 1st through the 5th, the USS Nimitz warship docked in Kingston, Jamaica on a friendship mission. I'm sure that's code for something. Then around 9 p.m. on the evening of the 5th, the whole entire island goes dark. Complete power outage. Nobody has power. Couple that with later in the evening, their headquarters for the Jamaican Defense Forces goes up in flames. I mean, I know I love a good rabbit hole, and I love a good conspiracy theory / truth. What do you guys make of this sequence of events? It seems uncanny, and there's no way it could just be a coincidence. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think happened.
Policeman unalive himself in a brownstone sentence over a woman. Yeah, man, in taking own alive, guys, in taking 3 pints because the woman must have given bun. That's what I heard. Me don't know if it's true.
A police unalive himself in a brownstone sentence. Stand fast. A brownstone, me live. This morning, about 6 o'clock.
So wicked sentence by hospital A&E department have Lando and Emmy waiting at the ED for 8 hours. I could chat now. You see, the biggest problem in our emergency departments or in Jamaica in our healthcare system is the fact that we don't always communicate well. But that's a national problem. We do not communicate well. So let us talk about the 8 hours now. 8 hours in an ED. So we see what happened on the live. Lando passed out on Emmy and ambulance and the whole work end up at hospital. What happened now? Our number one, I'm walking, you see a doctor, you get triage. So them ask you what you come for, etc., etc., etc. Right? You pass medical history. What did that happen throughout the day? Why you end up here? So that's your history. That take a while. That take a couple of minutes. Not too long. Alright? Now, they decided that he needed an IV access or a cannula. Okay? Once you put in access in the vein, you're going to take off blood. Take off blood for blood test. You're going to do a complete blood count and you're going to do something called UANEs or urea and electrolytes. Alright? Then you decide, based on the history, whether or not the patient need a drip or need some fluids. Okay. Also, the patient is going to need now to wait on the blood test to come back. Now, when the labs in Jamaica, in our hospitals, get the blood test, them have to run them. At my last hospital, it took 4 hours to get back a CBC and UANE. And the 4 hour processing time is the time it takes for them to process it and upload it to the system. Alright? Now, it can take longer. So what do you think will happen to the patient during this time? They're going to wait. Unfortunately, they're going to wait. If it is a patient that the doctor not concerned about or the doctor think can go home, then you can send the patient home and say, come pick up the blood test results tomorrow. Alright? But if it's a patient that you're concerned about or that you are still treating, albeit you're probably just a drip, you're going to let the patient wait. Alright? So we reach now the time for triage and the question and answer, the time the blood draw off to the time the blood reach the lab. Let us call that 1 hour. The lab receive the blood, give them a 20 minutes for put it in the machine and thing, and another 4 hours to process, and give them another 20 minutes to, or 10 minutes to put it on the system. That's 4.5 hours. So we almost reach 6 hours right there. So then, this is now overnight. By morning now, staff are going to change. And mind you, it's an ER. So the patients don't stop coming in and patients don't stop going out. Morning now, staff are going to change. Guess who takes priority over the people who are wait from overnight from blood test, who you know is stable, because pressure alright, sugar alright, pulse alright, oxygen alright. the new patients are got priority. So you're going to have the main doctor go come and start seeing the new patients, and then somebody's going to be assigned to follow up the old patients or the patients who were there from overnight. So that might take you another hour and a half to reach the 7 hours. We reach almost the 8 hours now. Yeah. Now the problem is, like I said, communication. Because I guess if you know what you're waiting for, then you're most likely to just wait. Even when it annoys the hell out of you, you will understand why you're waiting and you will just wait. And you won't really complain so you're wait. Alright. Phones in the ED. Mandeville Hospital don't allow phones in the ED. They're taken at security and logged in a cupboard, something up there. In terms of taking medical photography or videoing things, not medical photography, in terms of videoing and taking photos in hospitals and whether or not it's allowed, it's not unique to Jamaica. My hospital doesn't allow you to take videos and photos of patients or record conversations with staff. It's just not allowed. And I work in England. In Jamaica, it's a little bit stricter because they take your phones. Now, I don't know how me feel about that because I don't think I'm giving my phone to any security guard to receive treatment. No, thank you. I'm also not going to be in there videoing anybody, but you're not going to get my phone. I'm sorry, you're not going to get my phone. However, I'm not telling you to go and break the people in rules. Now, in emergency rooms are cold. The AC, cold. Sometimes the ER, cold. Problem is, like every single hospital in Jamaica, there's a sheet problem. There's a blanket problem. When I'm a sheet, when I'm a blanket. You can't offer you a sheet, and we can't offer you. The staff can't offer you things that they do not have. Somebody tell me, say, they could have offered them a drink, tea, or something. So, where to come from? You think the government providing us with tea? No. We have to give you what we have to give you. And what we have, unfortunately, is a black metal chair down a bottom waiting area. I'm not trying to sound cold, and I'm not downplaying how difficult of a situation it may be, because I cannot see myself sitting in a hospital waiting room for 8 hours waiting on blood needle. And the last time my mother go to hospital, my mother signed herself out against medical advice, and we were very in support of the fact that she can go yard, because it's not a situation that I would want for anybody. But me just explain why it happens. It's not the staff punishing you, but things take time. Yeah. How to fix it? Communication and funding. Communication and money, because I don't understand why we can't have sheet and blankets still in 2026, and why I know say there are some recliners down there, but the recliner them just as hard as a chair. You know, we can make the waiting room a little bit better, but guess who is responsible for that? Guess who holds the budget for the hospitals? It's not your doctors and the nurses. Your doctors and the nurses work with what they have.
And you kill man and say man have gun.
Yeah, and himself.
You kill me though, you're supposed to come out with the gun, because you kill me with a gun, no. You kill me with a gun as a officer. You're not supposed to come out in this yard. You kill me with a gun, you're supposed to come out in this yard.
Which part of that?
Right in the yard, everyone just go in there and go kill me son.
Them kill little boy innocent. A cold-blooded murder that them they get knocked down for the little boy. Let me say one. You know, when the money, them wicked, sir. Them wicked.
But you can't look for rum water in me that drink.
Still eat the same.
Let's see, I keep on the bed there. That's why I'm telling you for coming, come keep. Aki there on the bed, see there? That the man daily, see there? And then say gun, so a gun there.
So film room this.
When I kill him tired and work him just to come off and some pig him just don't kill. Come after America, son, I'm here and drinking liquor and I play music.
In picky aki, I drink him a drink. After we come and have a drink.
Play music.
See back here? I better get liquor off. I better get liquor off this man about 3 o'clock. So them pick up the one of this, so.
Them a dig up and tell him stand up and don't move.
And then them
stand up and don't move. You look at him turn back so like he move come back. He push him and tell him say don't move. Look what them a do and then shot him right there. So I was in my house.
Yeah.
Him say him have some picture for take a man and stuff. The past man he tell me say give him 4 big cane look I have some picture for go take a man. And I say alright wake me up early. I'm walk and come in and in there with him. In there with my people then look after we hear 2 shots when we come out now and them I tell who I want. I saw my mother-in-law explain and say a chukubu them just do what them a do.
Them who?
The police.
The police them.
About 7 police in our yard.
The police them.
So what is his right name?
Alexander Marsh.
24?
25 December.
Yeah, but the 5th of December 2001.
Him is a himself.
Him sweep all your yard and just call him for do.
Him is a trifle. Him is
a all-purpose. Fix all your lights.
See right where you stand up?
And they allow them to drop the gun.
Them a dig up where them a dig up right there, so, and I do what them for do, and him stand up and them a tell him, say, look what we are doing.
And the gun no there.
The gun and no,
and them a say, gun there after them shot him the two times.
Them fire two shot, and when him run out, the police were there, so dry and fling him there, so. And when me I go over him, the two police them ease me off, them run out to the other and ease me off and say, you can't this and that. And then them take him up, them say and put him in the jeep and stand up in a neck. Then show them all come last night and I show pictures say if I in this, and the people them I say no, so them I say a misidentity and something.
Them who say that?
The police them I show the family member them the picture and I say if I in this, and the family member them I say no, I rang somebody who
and this is after
them.
that happened?
After them kill him.
My father grew up from him 4 months old. A church meeting and the pastor when I put somebody in the church come take me out. I said somebody dead round the road. So when we reach at the corner, them see a choco. They say why choco? Them kill 𝐒𝐿 innocent. And every time with them up and say them a play him song, they ever take some from him every time.
Are you related to him?
My cousin. Every time they take some from him.
So where were you when that incident
happened? When I'm yard me them up and go sleep from radio. I believe him right at gate you see them a play him song. And then we get a call and say my cousin just get shot out. Quick time them look up and trip that jeep and go with him. Quick time. The way they take him up so quick, them not even talk what happened. And then them go down to public and tell the security say anyone that family member them come, them not let him in, them not let them in for come look for him. They must wait till a morning them got a chance for the thing. And do all that to serve fear.
What has been circulating in social media about $100,000 Jamaican, whether or not you can bring that into Jamaica. And I'm here to say that that information on social media from someone who purports to be a lawyer is incorrect. Persons traveling to Jamaica can bring cash in excess of 100,000 Jamaican dollars. You have to declare if you are bringing in US 10,000 or the equivalent. You have to declare it on your Enter Jamaica electronic form when you fill that out.
Shock and frustration gripped St. John's district in retirement St. James after 4 men were fatally shot in an alleged confrontation with the police on Wednesday morning. But residents are saying that there was no shootout. Kimberly Petty has the details.
For the second time in less than 24 hours, another quadruple police killing. I am in St. John's retirement in St. James. Now, the area is quite tense right now as 4 men were shot and killed in an alleged police confrontation. A father and a son are among those who have been killed. Now, we spoke to the wife of one of the deceased who said he is innocent. Tashaw Fairclough was preparing to send her daughter off to sit her grade 5 PEP examinations, but instead of offering words of encouragement, she was forced to deliver the devastating news that her father and brother had been killed.
I play a ball, she the ball right now. And the teacher call, I don't know if she go focus. In the exam this morning, the teacher they come here. Me know I now go focus on it.
The distraught woman expressed disbelief because she says her husband, 57-year-old Brian Fairclough Sr., was not a criminal.
The big man. And when me look, by me reach back down there, so me a gunshot them and me ball out and hold me belly. And me turn up the devil while and when me look, then carry them down in a van back with them and bound behind them. 57-year-old. Wicked, not tell me. And this I'm really vote for Andrew for.
Also dead are her son, 28-year-old Brian Fairclough Jr., 28-year-old Jamar Ashman, and another man who hasn't been identified. TVJ News understands that the men were killed near the retirement landfill, where Fairclough Sr. was a truck operator and his son a security guard. According to police reports, the incident happened at 5:45 a.m. during a targeted intelligence-driven operation. The police say they have been probing a series of violent incidents linked to an ongoing conflict among individuals operating within the scrap metal trade at the retirement dump. They point to long-standing disputes among persons involved in the collection and sale of scrap metal and other recyclable materials. The recent escalation in violent reprisals, the report adds, resulted in the murder of a man at the dump on June 5. The police further explained that security forces in the area during the early morning operation came under attack and a confrontation ensued. Residents have since refuted their claims.
4 people were shot, 2 fatally, in a gun attack in Waterford, Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday night. The deceased have been identified as 26-year-old Antoine Andre Reed, otherwise called Gong, and 26-year-old Sahid Roach, both residents of the community. The other victims, including a 17-year-old, remain in hospital. Reports are that about 10:30 p.m., the victims were at a premises located at the intersection of Logwood and DS Roads in Waterford when a motor vehicle drove up. A man reportedly exited the vehicle and opened fire, wounding the victims. They were assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where Roach was pronounced dead and Reed later died while undergoing treatment. No motive has yet been established for the attack. The Major Investigation Division has since joined the investigation.
Justice Ministry says there will be a complete overhaul of the island's court system to position Jamaica as the best in the region, from new courts to a paperless system and a strong focus on mediation. This comes amid concerns about the state of the island's courts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Kadicha Williams has that story.
Justice Minister Delroy Chuck was making his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament on Wednesday. In addition to updating the country on the state of the island's courts since Hurricane Melissa, he made this announcement.
Over the next 2 to 3 years, I expect the country will have at least to start to build at least 8 new courts. 4 in Nara, 1 in St. Thomas, and maybe the PPP for Manchester, the Supreme Court, and St. Catherine. As we speak, Madam Speaker, work is underway to complete renovation and rehabilitation works at the Hanover Family Court, the Supreme Court, the Kingston and St. Andrew Traffic Court at Sabina Park, and the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Santa Cruz.
But headlines like these have had the government on its toes since the hurricane, as people bemoan the poor state of courthouses out west in Melissa's aftermath. The Westmoreland Parish Court, for instance, has been out of operation since the storm.
And Madam Speaker, we had to abandon that building in Westmoreland. Similarly, Madam Speaker, the utter devastation of the Black River Parish Court speaks for itself. After we spent almost $100 million on it. Madam Speaker, we are now undergoing a major transformation that will see the Jamaican courts one of the best in the Western Hemisphere.
For instance, Mr. Chuck said the courts are one step closer to becoming paperless. It follows the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the Jamaican government and the government of Rwanda in December 2025.
And they will be here again shortly. The program has started, and within 2 to 3 years, the courts will be totally transformed. Madam Speaker, I invite all Jamaicans to visualize a scenario within the next 2 to 3 years, when all our justice stakeholders will be electronically interconnected.
And to reduce operational challenges in the courts, a stronger focus on mediation, leading Mr. Chuck to make this appeal to attorneys.
I would prefer to spend more money on mediation than to pay lawyers to get into an...
11 murders in less than 24 hours by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They say guns were recovered. 1 police was injured. Nobody has sought to tell us what the injury of the police was, but you had to make the story look good. That, see it there. If the police was shot, we would have heard that the police was shot. If the police was grazed by a bullet, you would have heard that a bullet even grazed the police to pretty much, you know, authenticate the story that the police was indeed fired at. In the report on TVJ News, one of the eyewitnesses said that the men in Montego Bay by the quarry that was murdered. She said, I was not there, this is her eyewitness account. She said that the men were being taken out in the Jeep with their hands bound behind them. So, I mean, with hands bound behind them, I'm still trying to see if it is that they were shooting at the police shoot them and then bound their hands and throw them in the Jeep. And why is it police in Jamaica are still taking up the bodies before INDICOM and other persons, medical persons, can get to the suspects to, one, confirm their death, two, do proper investigation? It is still happening. INDICOM came out recently to say that it is illegal. And I know that it is illegal by law, but it still happening. Which means nobody don't give a shit about what happens in this country and the laws to be followed. Now, what the phone couldn't wait for you when time I come talk about it, but I'm not saying about it. I mean, the police them account again. Nobody on camera. We just have to take the police word for it that they were fired at. The police them said they were fired at. So we just have to take the police them account for it. Just know say 11 Jamaican men are now dead. To the young men in Jamaica, young man them, youths, let me tell you this. Ghetto youths. Ghetto youths, wanna pull on your gun them, wanna draw up on the pants, wanna start look decent, because just your very look alone is enough for these policemen to really murder you. And every police who think that it is okay to just get up and just unalive the youths them, one day very soon, it's going to backfire, you know? It's going to backfire. This is not something that I am dreaming of, or I don't want a civil war between citizens and police, because I already know who's going to lose. We the citizens have already been losing, but any day it escalates where the citizens have had enough, it's going to be very bloody in Jamaica. And I'm being very honest with God as my witness. I swear to God, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen, you know. Police, wanna stop kill out the youth and the dog. Wanna stop kill out the youth and the dog. For the love of God, wanna stop kill out the youth and the dog. Please. I don't know how much money I get for doing that though. For the love of God, wanna stop kill out the youth them now. Wanna can't find other ways to just apprehend the youth them on the face of them a criminal and give them their fair day in court. Is that too much to ask? Honest to God, is that too much to ask? 11 men murdered in less than 24 hours? Jesus Christ.
A heartbreaking discovery has left many Jamaicans searching for answers. Kadicha Mloud, a pharmacist employed at a well-known pharmacy in Mandeville, was found unalive on a remote road in the Pepper district of St. Elizabeth on Thursday morning. Kadicha had been reported missing after she was last seen around 1 p.m. on Tuesday, June 9th. Reports indicate that around 9:15 a.m. on Thursday, a farmer heading to his property stumbled upon her and immediately alerted the authorities. Her vehicle was later discovered abandoned in a separate location, adding more questions to an already troubling case. As investigators worked to piece together the circumstances surrounding her disappearance, another shocking development emerged. A man who was reportedly being questioned in connection with the case, 50-year-old security guard Maurice Fennell of Cambridge St. James, was found unalive in Brownstown, St. Anne, early Thursday morning. Police say investigations are ongoing as they work to uncover exactly what happened in this tragic and deeply disturbing case.
Not all men, but always a man. I remember I was having this conversation with a guy in the gym, and he said that, oh, women have life so easy. I did the conversation because I'm not gonna have this conversation with you. The first thing that came to my mind was the fact that if I'm supposed to go on a date with a guy, casually go out, we're probably talking on the phone for weeks. Level of precautions I have to take, because firstly, I'm gonna have to tell all my friends that I'm going out with this guy. This is the location that I'm going. This is the car him drive. A location will be on at all times. I'm a friend them I go watch me like Sims for the entire night. Why? Because as a woman, we're not safe. And y'all are gonna come with the excuse about, oh, cheating involved, which we don't know. Or this ridiculous notion where recently everybody's saying that if you want to leave a man, you can't just leave him, so you have to leave him in stages. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds? I am not obligated to stay with anybody if I don't want to stay. You are not obligated to take my life because me not want you. You're not obligated to take my life if I cheat on you. You are not obligated to take my life if you spend a certain amount of money for me. You are not obligated to take my life. You never breathe breath in my body. You can't take it. There is no justification for taking somebody's life. Absolutely none. Men una need to check on yourself mentally. Go to therapy, heal, learn to take freaking rejection, because a lot of una can't take rejection. And I've experienced that firsthand. Una can't take rejection at all. I am so over this because it's always a freaking man.
Morning, we are a missing pharmacy technician in Manchester who was last seen leaving work entering a motor vehicle, a red Honda Fit. 40-year-old Kadicha Mloud of Alice District, Bombay, Manchester. Now, right here in update to that, the police actually found a body which believed to be of her. At the time, she was last seen wearing a white blouse, brown pants, a grey sweater, and white slippers. Now, we see nationwide just drop a news where man being probed in disappearance of pharmacy technician found dead in suspected SUICIDE. So it's like him take out himself. In relation to this, probably him here say them want him, them off time, the police them off time, and him just clap with himself. So it's like, I don't know, it's like him take her out, and when him realize things are get serious now, that go on, people. So we are going to get into this article from Nationwide. As you can see, a man who was being investigated in relation to pharmacy technician Kadicha Mloud's disappearance was found DEAD dead in Brownstown, Senton early Thursday morning. Reports are 50-year-old Maurice Fennell, a security guard of Cambridge, St. James, shot and take out himself sometime after 6 a.m. Commanding officer for the Senton Police Division, Senior Superintendent Carlos Russell, spoke with our news center. SSP Carlos Russell, commanding officer for the Senton Police Division, according to an account of the incident posted on social media. A resident reported hearing 3 shots and initially thought the deceased was a policeman. A resident of Brownstown in Senton. Nationwide News understands that a body believed to be of what Mloud has been discovered in Pepper District, St. Elizabeth. A video seen by our news center shows a female body lying on the road. It is clad in a white blouse, grey sweater, khaki pants, and a pair of white slippers. The outfit fits the police description of Mloud's mode of dress at the time she went missing. So, this right here, very sad, people. A lot of people may say reacting to the news, and some people actually believe she was gonna return home, because from what a lot of females who went missing, we see them return home, reunite with them family. And since morning,
Wagwan. So if you're in Jamaica, I know you are really shocked about the recent occurrences of police unaliving in the good island of Jamaica. So over the last 24 hours, according to the time that I'm doing this video, and probably when you'll be watching, it will be over now, like in over 24 hours plus, because there is researching, recording, putting the videos together and uploading, which will take more time. This particular beautiful island has actually faced a moment of disturbing news, shock in everybody. In short, I'm saying that Jamaicans are in shock. So you have all seen these particular clips that I have attached here, that there has been multiple unalivings that involves the Jamaica Constabulary Force. That's sad. That is really sad. It's an heartbreaking story in short. And then we have another story of a pharmacist in Mandeville who has been found unalived in a forest. Now, Jamaicans are confused. Jamaicans are shocked. They are wondering, like, what is really happening? So this is a current conversation in Jamaica. You can clearly see that people are hungry from the clips that I've attached. You can clearly see that they are worried of their security. And the only thing that they do want is answers. So the JCF has already found itself in an intense public attention, scrutiny, name them. Because according to the clips that I have attached here, all these people are saying that several Jamaicans have lost their lives due to police operations. And you saw clips of people saying that in that incident, a father and a son were involved, both of them taken out. So Jamaicans are really worried about their security because the work of the JCF is to protect, is to provide security for the citizens of Jamaica. You know, my good people, we are talking about 11 to 14 unalivings within 24-hour framework. It's really shocking. That is too much. And I can tell you that for the rest of the week, it will be a discussion because 11 to 14 people, JCF being involved, I can tell you that it's going to trigger strong reactions, strong emotions. For some Jamaicans, I guess the police are actually facing dangerous situation. That's according to some. And that to this group of people, they do believe that the JCF deal with criminals only and not law-abiding citizens. And by the time an incident like this occurs, it's involving the police responding to violent incidences. And at the end of the day, they are putting their lives in danger, at risk. So, of course, in any argument or discussion or debate, we have those who believe that the JCF were at least trying to protect themselves, as they are involving themselves in risky jobs of dealing with criminals. But again, we have to look at this particular story in two ways, you know. Probably that could have been the case. But again, we have many Jamaicans who will demand for answers, by the way. They will want to know what exactly happened. They will want to know the details of everything until that the incidences happened. They want investigations. They want reports after the investigations. And lastly, they will want accountability. And that is what normally happens when anything happens in Jamaica, and not only in Jamaica, but across the world. I don't know what to think about that. Me personally, it has shocked me. Like, I can't still believe. I know it happens. Probably it doesn't get into the media for most of the unalivings that are happening even in my own country. But when you get to learn about it, oh my God, it's shocking. So, as you can see, many Jamaicans, from my interpretation of these videos, many of them are asking for a procedure to be followed. And when procedures are followed, it means that no mistake will get to happen, Many of them are also asking for, instead of this unaliving, was there really any other option? And is the JCF's action justified? Because all that they want is the full detailed story of this incident. In Jamaica, as I am speaking, the trust between the police and the ordinary Jamaicans is a major issue. And you see, when such stories come up about multiple unaliving, and then this unaliving again involves the police, people become emotional very quickly, because you see, every person that was involved in that particular unaliving or incident, they have families, So, in this particular incident, there are people that are grieving, and you could see someone, an old lady, grandma, crying. She was literally crying. So people want answers. And then we add this other case of the Mandeville pharmacist case. I mean, the country is still processing these 11 to 14 unalivings. We have another one from Mandeville, and it's another tragic story that has also captured the attention of the Jamaican people. We have this pharmacist from Mandeville who was reportedly found dead in a forest. So you can clearly see this news that we are getting. It has deeply affected many people. If it could happen to them, then it is easy for it to also happen to me, and that puts someone in a traumatizing mode, especially those that know these particular people, like on a personal level. You see, a pharmacist is like a farmer. These are people that the communities depend on them. These are people that help those that they are sick and those that they are angry, in the case of a farmer. So in short, they are public servants, So when a person like this becomes a victim of a tragedy, then the impact will be felt. The loss will be felt in the society. So simple questions that are being asked, simple but hard at the same time. What really happened? How did it happen? Who is responsible, by the way? And will this justice really come? Can't wait to follow up on this story to know if the questions will be answered. So, as you can see and feel from inner of yourself, cases like this do bring back a painful conversation about safety. And safety not just to a specific group, but everybody. People want to feel safe going to work. People want to feel safe traveling around Jamaica. People want to feel safe living in their homes, in their communities, in their towns, So such incidences, they bring trauma. And at this point, I can tell you, Jamaicans are expressing frustrations. You can clearly see from the clips they are discussing, and you can feel how emotionally they are affected. So, Many Jamaicans have always been calling for a stronger action against crime. Yes, we don't disagree with that. But again, they are calling for more answers from the authorities, the JCF. So the debate in itself is not that simple because Jamaicans are facing a difficult reality. Crime affects communities, people at the end of the day. And again, justice needs to be, it's a really complicated because as much as crime affects communities, so does fear of justice. And all this matter. So many people in Jamaica believe that the island needs a solution, not just tragedies happening. It's better there is more prevention. It's better there be more intelligence. It's better that there has to be more community support and more trust between the public and the police before all this happens. But again, one issue that most of us face in these developing islands and nations is that when trust disappears between the public and the police, everybody will suffer equally. I don't know if you have more money, if you are going to suffer. Maybe you could let us know in the comment section. We need to discuss about these things, guys. It affects all of us at the end of the day. So Jamaica has been battling very serious security challenges for so many years. Violence in itself has affected families, communities, and the national conversation. It has also affected even tourism. But you see, every incident that occurs, it normally creates another question. How does Jamaica move forward? How does the country reduce crime? How does it protect its citizens, you see? And how does it even maintain confidence in the system? Very difficult questions. Not really easy questions. But Jamaicans are questioning and they're demanding the answers to those questions. So as we speak, Jamaica is mourning, Jamaica is questioning, and Jamaicans are watching. The families of the affected people, at the end of the day, they deserve answers. The public also, the good people of Jamaica deserve clarity, and a solution needs to be there. I don't know what you think about this particular incident. Where do you fall? Probably comment down below. Let us know what you think. Do you think that these situations were handled correctly? What's your opinion on that? Do you think that Jamaicans are getting enough answers? What do you think about that? Share your thoughts. Because I can tell you this conversation is not going anywhere, anytime, very soon. Thank you, my good people, for watching. I appreciate your presence, by the way. I don't take it for granted. And I'll see you in the next video. Expect videos every day, by the way. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.